This is Kayla from the Salty Yankee, and this is the assembly video for the Crayon Box. This one that I have pre-assembled is the mini size, and the one that we'll be assembling in this video is the large size. The dimensions for both sizes are included in the PDF that comes with your file purchase. It will also have some information on that PDF for what you need to do before cutting this file. So it's going to come with 3 crayon boxes, all 3 of which open like that. And then they fit inside the larger crayon box. And the 3 crayons fit inside the large crayon box. There also are holes in the sides for if you wanted to add a ribbon or handle to your box. First, I'm going to show you the pieces that come with the file. I'm going to start with just the larger pieces and then address the smaller ones for the detailing after we're finished assembling. So this darker yellow is the box that the crayons fit inside. There's a top, a bottom, and 2 sides. And then you've got 3 crayons, the yellow, the red, and the blue. And then each one of those crayons has a matching lid, which is the tip of the crayon. We're going to start with assembling the largest piece, which is this dark yellow box that the crayons sit inside. So let's start with the piece that is the top. And I am going to glue the 2 sides onto the front. And I'm going to do this before I do the creasing, just to be sure I can really line it up very straight. So I'm going to line up the side with these 2 tabs, and I'm being careful not to actually cover the dotted line because I do need to fold there. So now your piece should look like this, and we're going to bring in the back piece. And now I'm just attaching the front to the back using the side to connect the 2. It should look like this. And now you can go ahead and start creasing all of the dotted lines on this, and just be careful with where you glued. So I'm going to start by gluing the back side tab to the side just to create that 3D shape. And the 2 bottom pieces overlap one another, so these 2 tabs from the sides just need to be glued onto one of them. So I'm folding the back down. That way I can fold the front down on top of it, and we get a nice sturdy bottom of the box. And that part is ready. I'm going to move it aside and we can work on the crayons. So here's my pieces for the crayon. The one on the left is the base of the crayon and the one on the right is the tip. I'm going to move the tip out of the way and work on the base first. This is a really basic folding shape. It's just a rectangle, so I'm just going to crease all of the dotted lines first. I am using a scraper on this because it's really important that these creases are very tight to make sure that the box stands up straight. Okay, and I'm going to start by taking the bottom side tab and gluing it to the side of the box. Being really careful to line that up exactly and straight. And then I'll do the same on the other side. And now that just leaves these last 2 tabs. Make sure you get glue underneath that top tab and fold down the last side, making sure that the ends and the corners are straight. Okay, and now the base of that crayon is done, and we can move on to making the lid. Now, just like with the other box, this crayon lid is completely symmetrical. You don't have to worry about what side is the front, back, or sides. It is perfectly the same shape on the top, bottom, left, and right. So we're going to start by flipping it over, and we're going to fold down all 4 of the sides inward, making that square in the middle. And you want to make sure when you're folding this piece that all of your creases are very strong. So now you're going to see we're making that square in the center. The next part to fold down are these tabs on the sides of that incline piece. We're just going to fold those inward. Should look like this. And now the next tabs to fold are going to be these corner ones here. Those are the ones that are going to create the base of the box. We're going to fold all of those inward. Okay, we're going to flip it back over, and you can kind of see the shape starting to happen here. And on each side, you can see the shape of the actual crayon tip now. So I'm going to lay it down flat. Now, each one of these has a top line and a bottom line. The top line, you're going to fold that upward, and the bottom line, you'll fold downward. So on the top line, fold up. Then on that second line, fold down. And it should look like this. Then you'll move on to doing that for the other 3 sides. Up and then down. Up on the top line and down on the bottom. This is going to make the gluing process a lot easier because all of the pieces are now going to fall into the directions they're supposed to. We're going to start by gluing those inclined tabs to create that cone shape on the top. And on this part, you're going to want to hold your glue for quite a while to make sure it sticks, and you're going to want to be very careful with lining it up. It should look like that, and I'm going to continue and do that on the other 3 tabs. Okay, and now you've made the tip shape of the crayon, and we're going to do the bottom. This is the part that's going to go on the box. So you're going to take those small tabs and you're going to line them up to make a perfect 90-degree corner. These tabs are going to be very important for holding in place and holding straight because it's got to fit on your perfectly square box. And move on to the next corner, add your glue, line it up perfectly straight, and hold it down tight so it does not shift while it's drying. And continue on to do that on the other 2 corners. Okay, now the top is finished and it's ready to fit onto the base, and that crayon is done. So I'm going to move on to doing the blue and the yellow. I'm just going to speed these 2 up. And now you can start adding all of the small details like the black pieces on the crayon and then the logo and the green corners on the crayon box. So I'm just positioning these black stripes onto the crayon. All of the black stripes are identical, so you don't have to figure out which one goes to which. They're all the same. And then the oval in the center, I'm just going to glue these details on. And now I'm just gluing together the green corners that go on the front of the crayon box. And I'm going to start adding my white letters to the red background of the logo. And then just go ahead and glue all of these details down to the front of the crayon box. And here's a look at the finished design. So the one on the top is the large and the one on the bottom is the mini, and you can find the dimensions for both of these in the PDF that's included in your file download. Thanks for watching.